Hey guys, it's Lee from Scented with Lee, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel on this Sunday evening, being the last day of February, and hopefully spring is on the horizon with just another 20 odd days to go before the official start of summer, shortly followed by the clocks changing. But without further ado, let's get into what this video is about this evening, which is my little basket of empties. So this will probably be a monthly event, and it will include the candles I burnt, wax melts I finished off, and yeah, so I have less wax melts finished off than candles, so I will start with the wax melt. So let's go. It's 4. So have a Yankee candle, Mountain Lodge, which apart from the fact that these are poor value for money, the fragrance on this is just insane. It really is my all-time favourite that Yankee Candle did. Actually, I'd say it's on a par with Jack Frost, which is a mint one that they did. But Mountain Lodge, I'm using a new camera, so I'm not sure if that did. I have probably about another 5 of them. They were discontinued a few years ago, so they do get melted sparingly. Then we have the Scentsy Pink Sugarberry Mint, if it will focus. Yes, no? Yes. Pink Sugarberry Mint. So this is March's scent of the month. So this was a February whiff box, and this is probably about 2 cubes worth of Scentsy wax. So I've warmed it in the dining room and the lounge, both really good performance. And even though it's a soft fragrance, it's supposed to be raspberry and mint, but I would say it's more like a strawberry milkshake with a hint of mint. That was my gut reaction when I first smelt it, and that's what I'm sticking to. But that's really nice, and I can't wait to actually get a full-size bar next week, so I can actually warm that a bit more. Then we have the very boring Earwick Christmas Tree Wishes, which was a very it's certainly not unpleasant, but it's just a bit of a boring one. And then from CTM Love for Scents, a small company in Pontypool, this was Monkey Farts, which just a mixed fruity fragrance, quite nice, bit weak, but I have had it for ages. So that's the wax melts I finished off this month. And then we have quite a few candles, including one that I smashed. So, in no particular order, and as it's the last out, I'll start with this one. So this is Cashmere Birch from Homeworks, which is an American brand and currently in the UK exclusive to QVC. I do love the Homeworks containers because they have a metal lid, or most of them have a metal lid, some of them have a glass lid. All the labels remove cleanly, which I'm not sure if I'll be able to get this one off. Yes. Right. Just to prove a point, I won't be able to get it off now. There we go. Yeah, so the Homeworks candles, all the labels come off super easy. Not the cleanest burn I've had from Homeworks candles. This is the third Homeworks candle I've burnt. They are a bit hit and miss in regards to how cleanly they burn. Like, for the most part, there's not a huge amount of residue on this glass. Certainly not by any stretch of the imagination if you compare it to something like this one, which I'll come on to in a minute. Cashmere Birch was just a clean, slightly woodsy, slightly floral fragrance. Really, really liked it. And it was one of the larger 4 wicks. So my plan now is I will clean this out, and I will probably use it because it has a rubber seal for my Scentsy bath soap, the Scentsy soap, because these, as I say, easy to repurpose, and I think that will look nice in the bathroom with some bath soak in. Then we have one that I smashed. I dropped it, so I actually, that is an empty Homeworks candle jar. Actually, so is that. But when I dropped this and smashed it, I was like, how can I burn this? Because I didn't want to throw it away, and I had that one empty, so I just popped the wax out of this because it came away from the glass when I dropped it, popped it into the Homeworks container, lit it, and yeah, it's, so I suppose technically I haven't actually finished it yet because, as you can see there, it's still burning, but as it's smashed, I didn't really want it hanging around longer than necessary. Then we have the Yankee Home Inspiration Rosemary Pomegranate cocktail, or Rosemary and Pomegranate punch. Now, I don't get any rosemary or any herbal notes at all from this. It was nice enough. Yeah, I suppose you would say pomegranate, but it was a nice fruity fragrance. Didn't burn very well. As you can see, there's a huge amount of residue on the glass, and the burn performance was okay until it got about halfway down, and then it just burnt not very well. So my plan is I will take a butter knife to this and I will chop the rest of the wax up, because it's such a shame to throw so much wax out. So I will chop it up and I will warm that in one of the melters I have upstairs, probably the one in the spare bedroom, because it is a nice fragrance. So then we have another Yankee candle, which is the vanilla cupcake. Again, it burnt fairly well. Burnt pretty much all the way to the bottom. Bit of residue, but I don't think I've ever had a Yankee candle where I haven't had any residue on the glass. Then a small-ish candle I had from a small business here in Wales, just down the road in my stay. So this is from Wickman & Co. Pink Sands, which is citrus, coconut, anise, jasmine, fresh air, spicy vanilla. And it was very nice. the burn was very clean, very little residue left on the glass, and it burned pretty much all the way to the bottom. So I was pleased with that. I will probably see if I can repurpose that jar. Then another one where I will definitely repurpose this jar. I have a few already and they're great just for storing little bits in. So this was Orange and Vanilla from Callan Candles, which is a small independent Scottish company. Again, I'm not sure if it'll pick it up. Very little residue, small amounts of soot around the top, but really nothing to write home about or complain about. And again, burnt very well right down until the very end. So that's another one that I'm pleased with. Then a few small ones. So this is the Bloom Collection by Superdrug, Pink Peony and Cashmere. This was a small one and there's a dead bug in there. Burnt pretty well. Really nice fragrance, not overly strong. I was burning this in the bathroom, so that was quite nice. I think there was a pack of 3 I had. So then on to 2 parts ones, a mini one and a small one. So the larger of the 2 is the Lime Basil and Mandarin, and it's just a nice clean, fresh citrusy fragrance. Quite a bit of residue on the glass, certainly less on the smaller one than there was on the larger one. Initially I was disappointed with the burn, didn't seem to burn very well at the beginning, but then once it got probably a third of the way down, it did start to improve. The same with the small one. So this one is, I think it's Rejuvenating. Orange, black pepper and vetiver. This one was really nice. Small candles are great for, and like if you just want them on for a short period of time, like an hour or so. Very often the smaller ones I will burn in my office on days when I plan on going out for a run lunchtime, because they just perform better in shorter periods. Then another small one, which is from probably my favourite premium brand, Diptyque from the French. It's amber from the French house of Diptyque. So these are probably the most expensive candles I bought. This size, which is very small, works at about £12 for a 35-gram candle. So that is probably, so that retails about £12, that retails about 20. So yeah, it's certainly a premium brand. So this was just, again, as I've said in previous videos, amber fragrances just get me. I just absolutely love amber fragrances. So the little jars are cute. I will probably use this in my closet to store small items like sample size fragrances. Again, burnt pretty cleanly. There is some residue on the glass and it did burn pretty much all the way to the bottom with very little wax left. So that's my rundown for the month, and I hope you might have found some of that interesting, enjoyable, a way to waste 15 minutes of your life perhaps. But overall, hopefully it was useful, and thank you for joining me once more. And as always, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a good evening and that what's left of the weekend is enjoyable. I will see you soon. Bye.